My country people, welcome to my channel. Now still me Paul Osama, your boy. If you didn't to this channel, I beg subscribe and give this video. So today news na about ASU. What happened to ASU? Recall say February 14, 2022, this year, now ASU decide to go on strike. 2022, which is on the 14th of February. Now that day be the day of love, which is the Valentine's Day, the day where they celebrate love. But instead of celebrating love, Nigerian government decide to serve students their breakfast. I feel like crying for Nigerian children. But anyway, why ASU decide to go on strike? So people don't know. ASU they go on strike because they accuse the federal government of not honoring the negotiation when they agree put. And what be this negotiation? ASU say they don't want IPPIS. What be IPPIS? I go explain that to you now. But apart from that one, so they say lack of infrastructure, lack of funding, and so many other things we gather together. We come from the bulk of the reason why they decide to go on strike. So I will give now what be the name of IPPIS now. Now, wetin be IPPIS? IPPIS na short form for Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System. Na the system wey government take dey pay all government workers. This one, that one. Now, this is the reason why ASU dey say. Now, one of the reasons why ASU don't want am is because this IPPIS dey restrict universities from employing staff at a very short notice, and even if they can finally employ that staff, they go need to clear am from office of the accountant general of the federation. Because of that one, they take too much time. So because of that, they say they don't want am. Secondly, we say when it comes to promotion exercise, which is dey subject to external examination. So if they finally don't, they need to clear that person again from the office of the accountant general. But before they come begin promote the person, after they don't promote the person, they come begin pay am the new salary structure. It dey take time before the IPPIS dey capture am. Because of that one, they say they don't want that thing. Not only that, IPPIS not recognize 70 years retirement age for academic staff and 65 years for non-academic staff. They don't recognize that IPPIS not capture am. Because of that one, as you say, you know. Not be even only that one. No. This IPPIS, they capture areas, all those allowances and remunerations from sabbatical leave and external examiners. They capture all those things. Now, because of all this whole thing now, some universities never feel recruit staff because they need to take permission and all those many documentation from accountant general, which takes so much time. And lastly, as to they say, IPPIS not be indigenous platform. In other words, they want made in Nigeria by Nigeria, which is a valid point if you ask me. So Buhari, I think now. They say they don't want IPPIS. Give them anything, I think now. But anyway, now I want to play one video for you. If you recall, 2014, when strike still dey, Buhari come and begin to blast Jonathan. Say Jonathan don't know what they do. Say he go borrow money for national confab. Say conference they want to borrow. He say na 6 billion one cost. Say how much as they ask for? He blast and talking around there. I'm making a word video. Watch and make you hear Buhari with the talk and come out for the mouth. Watch.
Now, will you look into the recommendations in the national confab report?
Well, frankly, I haven't studied it. I have a problem with that conference. My problem is this, if you could recall. At the time, the government said it voted 7 billion naira for that conference. ASU was on strike. And teachers on the tertiary institutions, polytechnics, were on strike. These strikes were at least for a whole academic year. I think a serious government, if they have 7 billion naira to throw about, will go and negotiate with ASU, and then the teachers organization or teachers unions of the tertiary institutions from polytechnics downwards, so that our children should remain in school. Even complement equipment, and other social facilities, for educational institutions. I was so much personally against that thing because the National Assembly is there. I believe the executive ought to have sent a memo to the National Assembly if they want a constitutional amendment. This is in line with the Constitution of 1999 as amended. Why go and take 7 billion that we could not afford when our children are on the streets? I think this government has capacity for wrong priorities that are hurting us as a nation.
So now when you don't take position, you don't take president, you don't be president for how many years now? Close to 8 years. I be now. Because this government be like proverbial nose where they smell others, but you know they smell. That boy mess. Yeah, they're not the smell themselves now. So this government. But last week, ASU National Chairman Professor Emmanuel Sobeke come fire back at Buhari. So why could they tell the Minister of Education, Abdul say he needs 7 days, like saying I'm a magician. Meanwhile, Amy Lokon, the man we want feed 50 million youth with agbado, cassava, granite, and all those many things. We want feed 50 million many things. Come talk say, come meet with NAS people, that's National Association of Nigeria Students, the ESCOs. Come talk say, in they willing to intervene for the situation because he care about Nigeria. But NAS come and say, make people not think saying politics. Let not be politics, saying for the interest of the nation, based on say who he be, based on who he is. For the APC matter-led government, that made them come begin say, oh, he go fit intervene. But story. Now today, now they start the strike. Now today they start to the strike. But anyway, it might not be that he's not informed. He has not been informed, so he might not be informed as well. So because not be, say he's old now. Papa is getting old, and then when you don't get old, you forget a lot of things. You know, because that's not what I mean. So ASUU can't even come and say, they even they open to negotiate salary, say make they even increase their salary structure, make they add join their salary. More now many students come begin talk say, man, ASUU they are very selfish. And then they put their students in mind before they go on this strike. Say, now then they on the receiving end. But then we can't we can't hook me past now this comment. I want to show you. So, the guy say, I beg you, we have been patient with ASUU. I just found love, made the love done well before I go resume school. This is the concern of a Nigerian youth. Thank you. But in all of this, who really suffers this whole thing? The students. Now, roaches and cockroaches, rats, everything don't take over some student house. If you go some student hostel now, they don't be fast. Roaches and rats now don't become landlord. Now. They don't take over everywhere. They don't take over. Some students now before they resume school now they become grandfather. They don't get gray hair just like me. The students are losing millions of naira in paying house rent. Now, remember, say students they know they sleep for road, they know they sleep for bridge, they stay in houses, and these houses and hostels and lodges are being paid yearly. So students now, instead of paying, some of their house rent now don't expire. Now maybe some of them before they resume school, landlord don't throw their things now from outside, they will meet the rest of their things for them because house rent they go and students academic activities not going on. So now students they suffer this whole thing too. Quick advice: if you get admission into a public university in Nigeria and you get admission to study 4 years course, just put X years. That X years is variable. It varies. It can be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on the government where they are. Because that's don't even think about it that you will graduate at that year because strike will happen. Thunder will strike. Also will strike. The two will mix together and you will stay at home. So add X years to that year. Not doing extension now. But anyway, so what's even the bad thing about this whole strike is because they encourage social vices in the society because they sort of talk say idle minds it's Saint Lucifer. Sorry, it's King Lucifer's workshop. That's what they talk. Idle mind is King Lucifer's workshop. That means the students are idle, they are not doing anything. Some of them actually don't take up skills, some of them just they have nothing they do. And you know, say now, idle mind, be King Lucifer's workshop. So if you be Nigerian student right now, think about skills you can learn. No, forget about Nigerian government. Look at their politicians, look at their children where they graduate for private university for abroad. All of them now. Just look, all of them they graduate for them, but they live now. Now the country where they rule, they are not, it's not working, but they are sending their children outside. So forget about school for now. Get a skills, pick up a good skills. It might be soft, it might be any skills at all that is good if you fetch you money. Pick it up right now and start learning. Forget about Nigerian education for now until ASU decide to wake up and government decide to call us like, I beg ASU, make you